Hey everybody, my name is Elisa Covington and today I'm going to show you this challenging house flip I just acquired. This house is not big, but the floor plan is unconventional to say the least. So I'm going to have to put a lot of thought into it. As usual, make sure you stay tuned until the very end because the house flip numbers will be reviewed. The house is completely hidden behind the two trees, the lemon tree and a very beautiful flowering tree that's getting so big, and both of these trees are making it really hard to see the house, to paint the house, or to service the house. So unfortunately, it's not going to work for us and we probably have to get rid of them. I know a lot of people like a little privacy, but these two trees are getting kind of extreme. After that, we are going to need to do some work on the lawn because it's all dead grass. Fresh sod is probably the way to go, and we'll also add some smaller plants to make it very welcoming outside. Because of those two big trees, we have to get a lot closer to take a look at the building structure. So this entryway area feels quite dated because of this metal gate and the mailbox and the traditional light fixture. So we're going to replace all of these, and we're also going to repaint the exterior. Currently is of this sage color and also some white areas as well. I think we're going to use a brighter color to really refresh the exterior. And then of course this flimsy handrail is going to go. Let's check out the interior. So the living room is quite dark. It has the window covering that's blocking a lot of light, and the trees outside are also contributing to this. So after removing the trees and the window coverings, it will probably be a lot better, but we also definitely need a lot of new lighting source. There's a lot of traditional elements in this living room, like the wallpaper, the wood paneling on the bottom, and the brick fireplace, this mantle, and this fireplace slash furnace. We have to get rid of all of these to really modernize the house. Kind of similar to a lot of older homes, this house has many flooring materials. So at the entryway, there's linoleum floors, and then you have the reddish, disgusting carpet. And then in the dining room, we have laminate floors and a rug. So we'll probably remove it all and unify it with new vinyl floors. So in this dining room, it feels kind of cramped because of this big buffet cabinet here and a lot of knickknacks on the floor. We definitely need to remove them all and also replace this old ceiling fan. Interested in turning funky homes like this into a dream home? Check out my coaching program, Transform Flipper Academy. I teach my students the ins and outs about house flipping, and a lot of my students have already completed their first project and made a six-figure income. So schedule a call with us today at transformflipperacademy.com. The kitchen is teeny and it's all boxed in. So we're thinking about potentially removing this wall if it's not load bearing so that we could open up the kitchen and the dining room. And we're also thinking about enlarging the kitchen this way because there's this kind of doorway over here that's not really doing much. It's going to be a little challenging to actually incorporate this space because there's the door going to the laundry room and the family room slash potential third bedroom down there. And then there's also the door to the garage, but I'm still thinking on it. We already touched on this laundry space. It's not very big and we have some storage here, a teeny little window here, and then the laundry machine is right out this doorway, which is kind of awkward. So if we end up giving this much space to the kitchen, then the laundry room will be even smaller. So we really have to figure out how to lay it out, and every inch counts. Now we get to the tricky part. This room was added on by the previous owner, and it's done kind of in an interesting way. You see the stairs are pretty sketchy, and there's a huge shift in ceiling height. It could make a pretty nice family room because of this large slider going to the backyard. But we're thinking of making it a third bedroom instead, because there are only 2 bedrooms in this house currently, and the third bedroom would really make it appeal to a lot more buyers. So in order to convert it into a bedroom, we're going to have to get rid of the tiled ceiling, the wood paneling all around, and this green carpet. We still see a lot of stuff, especially couches and furniture in here, and we can tell that the previous owner is a big history buff, and we have a lot of history books, including this about the Civil War. This bathroom is quite interesting as well. You have a teeny little vanity here, and then the toilet is on this side with a shower in the back. So we probably want to relocate stuff a little bit so that the vanity and the toilet will go back to this wall. I suppose that the previous owner actually did the relocation themselves for whatever reason. We just have to put things back into place. And in terms of the finishes, we have a one-piece shower enclosure that's very old school that has to be gutted. And then hopefully by relocating the vanity back to this side, we can actually use a little larger vanity so that we have more storage and counter space. And it's very dim in here, so we probably want more lighting and also brighter paint to lighten it up. So this is another puzzle piece in this project. There is a small bedroom, and then there's another bedroom to the back of it. And there's no other way to get to this bedroom other than coming in from the bedroom in front of it. So apparently these 2 bedrooms cannot coexist. So we're thinking about opening this wall and make these 2 bedrooms actually one. And then there's another tricky thing. So there's actually a half bath in here with just a toilet. So it's a really tiny room. It's not really a bathroom. I don't know if we would be able to actually add a bathroom in, like maybe using part of this room after we combine these 2 rooms, and maybe we could also put in a bigger closet, so this would become a nice primary bedroom. Another confusing area is this room that's next to the living room and the bedroom we just talked about. So the room is not big, but it has stairs going to the 2nd story. So this is pretty awkward because of how small it is. It's also not very functional. So we have to really think of something to do here so that it doesn't look so nasty and very unfinished. We know the upstairs is permitted, so it really puzzled me how the railings are put together so haphazardly. This railing is actually secured by 2 pieces of 2x4s, and there are 2 different sections of completely different colors, and there's no bars underneath, so it's really unsafe. So we definitely have to replace the handrails, and the steps are also kind of high. We have to get them to code as well. This primary bedroom upstairs is probably the best part of this house because it's so big, and it has windows on 2 sides of the room, so it has a lot of natural light. There's a lot of patching on the ceiling and the walls, and the carpet is nasty, so we have to do something about these. But there's so much closet space. You can actually have his and hers closet, so it's a pretty nice room once it's remodeled. This bathroom attached is surprisingly huge. There are 4 pieces, separate shower, tub, toilet, and a double vanity. The space here is kind of interestingly used because there is a closet that's really deep right in the middle, kind of taking up a lot of space. So there's definitely improvement to be done. So the vanity is interesting because these 2 round sinks are placed so close to each other, and it seems like there's additional space that you can use for a 3rd sink. And then these are also wall mounted, so they are missing out on a lot of potential storage on the bottom. This medicine cabinet and the old school lights definitely have to go. And then at the end, towards the entrance, there's actually this cabinet that's not a built-in, and it was just randomly placed here. So we have a lot of space to work with that we can really put in some nice finishes to make it a spa-like bathroom. This narrow deck is out of the dining room, and the boards are not secured right now, as you can see, and we really have to do something so that it's safe to step on again. And then you can see there are 2 park benches that are very old now, but I assume at some point they look really nice in this backyard. There's also a large entrance to the basement. Because of this, it's hard for us to make the deck bigger, but we're going to try to maybe keep only half of it so that we can push the deck out a little further so it's more useful. And then there's some plywood covering an old planter box that we're probably going to get rid of. Further back, the concrete here is completely shot. There are some huge cracks that's caused by the trees around, and we probably need to remove all of this to put in new concrete decking so that it will be flat and it will be functional again. There's some metal fencing here and over there as well. I think it's because the previous owner had dogs and they wanted to keep the dog inside. So we'll probably remove these and also the bushes to make this backyard feel more continuous and also larger than it looks now. The rest of the backyard is very overgrown, and we have to get rid of a lot of the weeds and plants to probably level the ground here and put in some sod so it's more usable. Over here, there is another fenced off area that was probably used as a workshop before. There are some structures and also a lot of tools. So we have a lot of cleaning up to do. And after we remove all the structures, we'll have more space in this backyard that will be very precious because usually you don't have as big of a backyard in the Bay Area. I call it a puzzling house flip because the house was added on by the previous owners over the years and doesn't have the best flow. We're facing numerous challenges, including the tiny kitchen, the wasted doorway/casual dining area, the awkward laundry room, the step-down family room/third bedroom that has wood cabin style, and then, of course, the twin bedrooms that are so difficult, if not impossible, to separate. the half bath without a sink, and lastly, the odd small room with stairs. But challenge accepted, and I'm going to do my best to improve the layout and give the next owner a practical home. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the after review. But first of all, let's talk about the house flip numbers. The home is not that big, but we have so much work to do. In terms of the numbers, I purchased it for around 900,000, and we're going to put about 200,000 into the renovation. And the after repair value is hopefully gonna be around 1.3 million. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Let's check flooring here and probably put in lost the word the floor plate, and it could be like an antique piece.
Nice.
Other than through the bedroom in front. Can I redo it?
Yeah.
They're missing a lot of storage down under the vanities. Sorry, it's
It's so weird.